So we are actually going to go over some wrist exercises. If you are doing any type of work that involves you pressing into your wrist, like a plank, any type of workout, you definitely need to do some conditioning. So we're going to go over those. So the first one we're going to do is just stretching them out. So just like you would going into a plank, you're just going to set them down and you're just going to rock forward and back just a little bit to see how that feels, see where it's tight, and see what's going on. The next thing you're gonna do is actually flip them. So the tops of your hands are facing down, and you're gonna extend your elbows. And the harder you extend your elbows, the more it will stretch the top of your wrist right there. So with this one, you're just gonna do the same thing, moving forward and backwards to really stretch out that part of your hands. It should feel really good, but a little tight because this is something new for you. The following one is going to be fingers to your knees. So from here, fingers towards your knees, again, you're gonna stretch out your elbows so that they are facing forward and just moving backwards and forward again to stretch out your wrists. I love doing this exercise after a long day on the computer because they're just stuck in one position. Okay, so now that we've stretched out your wrists, shake them out, do a little happy dance with them, you know. From here, we're gonna do some exercises with them. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go back to that first position. You're actually gonna pull your knees back just a little bit and tuck your toes under so you can get a little bit more weight on your hands instead of it being on your feet. So it's on your hands. And then from this point, all you're gonna do is actually keep your fingers on the mat. Your shoulders are directly over your wrists, so you're in a safe position, and they're as wide as your shoulders, right? So directly under. And then from here, you're gonna press into your fingers and just lift the top of your wrist and put it back down. We're gonna do it 10 times. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now sit back, shake those out, and we're gonna do one more. So you're gonna go back into that same position with your hands directly under your shoulder blades. And then from here, you're just gonna actually grip the floor. So you're pulling in to your fingertips, and your fingertips are now the only thing touching the mat, and then relax it back down. So you should feel this all up your arm. When you grip, you should feel it all up here, almost into your back if you're doing it correctly. So let's do it 10 times. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. Now that you're doing these wrist exercises, if you are somebody who's working on a plank challenge right now, when you're working in a plank position, you actually don't want the weight on the back of your arms like this. You want them on the front, and you're pushing into the fingers. So you're pushing like you feel here with this position we just did, but in the plank position. So you're pushing so hard into the ground with your fingers that your wrist doesn't have a lot of weight on it. It's more in the front part of your fingers. And that will actually help if you have any wrist pain. That's because you're putting too much weight back there. So you want to push it into those fingers, and these exercises are going to help you so much. Let me know how it goes.